This is the tennis show you didn't know you needed. We decode the players, we expose what actually wins matches, and we do it in a...
Well, welcome back to the show. Welcome back. I know, it's been a long-awaited break, and I needed it. After Wimbledon concluded, the boys needed a hiatus, but we're back. That being said, we'll be back for most of Washington and Los Cabos. Herschel has some reports, on Los Cabos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the bloody channel. And if you want analysis like this daily, join the Super Tennis Discord, 24/7 tennis chatter from sharps from around the world. My personal slips, our WTA expert, plus money P we call him, and our challenger and rising star scout, Big Hirsch, is in the mix. These tools, they're just going to aid you to bend the market and cash some slips. Of course, information is in the description to join. Now, as we love to say, let's get down to brass tacks. We have Tsitsipas versus ATM. Now, we're going to go with Tsitsipas alt spread. All right, before we get our bees in a bonnet, Stefanos, he's back. What we have seen coming out of his corner is quality ball, point blank, period. Stop looking around at the scoreboard, the serving, the ball striking. It's all trending upwards. And the last time I checked, he doesn't really struggle with players that can't press him. And for lack of a better term, ATM's firepower is just not gonna I'd say throw the Greeks' timing out of whack. This means several plays are on the cusp for the match, so we're going to talk about them. Play number one would be the safest. We'd be taking the alt spread with Stefanos to cover. We've talked about this. If you want to know an exact alt spread, you got to join the Discord. The next best play would be an alt over of some sort. And then you could follow that with a straight bet lotto ticket with Stefanos for the upset. The Greek is showing flashes of his former self, and ATM hasn't had the greatest season, so I would say the upset is partially on the table. Another look would be to consider just the over. Straight bet. This one could get chippy. ATM is defending, but I don't really think that matters much here. Just don't. Now, moving on to Naka versus Etcheverry. Very interesting here. The picks that we're going to look at as Naka moneyline. Now, we can look at the Etcheverry alt spread as well. Maybe an alt over between 18 and 21 games. Also, if you want to get chippy, you can take Naka to cover a spread at -1.5 to 2.5. Or you can just hammer the Naka money line. Not because Etcheverry isn't playing bad, but because Etcheverry is playing like he's still on clay, flying over to Washington to play on what we know is a hard court. The player flying in from Europe to America last minute is just going to need more adjustment time on the cement. It's just what it is. If you want to press, you got to take the American to cover a small spread. It'll get you paid. Now, moving on to Maz Jacker and Paul. Come on now. Maz, I really think the match over is here. Underdog alt spread with the alt over is nice. Minor serve props are in the realm of possibilities. Both players are having decent seasons. You got to realize Paul just got married, so you know he's going to have that extra pep in his step. Players usually get that post-engagement or post-engagement or that post-marriage push, if you will. The Polak has coming off an injury earlier this year, and is still, honestly, he's trending upwards, so that we got to like that. Both players kind of have the tools in the shed to get this match done. So as we say in the Discord, we shall ride the characteristics of this match instead of bickering over a winner. It's just a smarter play. These two players are, as they say, birds of a feather. Love the default over here. I really like the default over on a straight bet. Taking an alt over with the underdog to cover an alt spread is very plausible as well. And as I said earlier, if you want to throw in some minor serve props, you can. But mostly, if you just want to get your popcorn for this match, it's going to be fun. And, just mark this one on the slate. Now we have Mickelson versus Draper. A lot to talk about here. It's going to be interesting because, I want to call a spade when I need to. I have a read that I think Mickelson is going to take belt to ass to Draper. Draper has just been signaling to the world that he wants to play a bunch of challengers to get his confidence back. Guess what? If Mr. Victoria's Secret needs to get into the trenches to get his strut back, that is fine. But Alex has been putting in the work, and you know what? He's been playing bloody good ball, and he's at home. Follow the tennis, not the name. The tennis lies on the American side of the net tomorrow, so keep that in mind when you're staking this. Moving along, we have Tien versus Mannarino. I don't know here because Tien has, if my math is mathing correct, these two players are different versions or different variations of the same player. When it comes to the direction, pace, and style of play, these two Pokemon are the bloody same. All that to say this: Tien should take the French fry to the fryer and just grease him. In other words, Tien money line. Moving along, Phils versus Jodar. Now, guys, proceed with caution. This match is great on paper, but we do not know what the fuck's going to happen here. One player is hobbling back from injury, and the other player is coming off a disappointing Wimbledon run. And add the surface switcheroo, and it just becomes very tricky to call. So when you're staking this one, just be careful with this one, guys. Now, moving on, we have Atman versus TFO. I really like the over or alt over. I'd slightly lean towards TFO. This match, it just has the over written all over it. Not to sound repetitive. Whether you want to call a winner, I just think it's just safer just to say this one's going the distance. If you're asking me to lean in either way, I'm gonna pick TFO. He does have the home court advantage. Now, moving on to the last one of the day, we have Quinn versus Shelton. Now, Quinn has no slouch right now, and even though he's asking people for a roommate and selling tickets on his Instagram story, I will say he's gonna cover the spread here. That being said, I know Ben's going to take this one. So Quinn to cover a spread and Ben money line. I 100% back this one. I really like this play. Ben loves the moment. He's second seed, so he will be a big fish in a small pond. Guy loves that aura, so he'll be feeding into that, and his girlfriend's going to be there, so you know he's going to make a big push here. So again, that is kind of the first round looks that we have right now. We will be making videos throughout all of the week. We might miss a few days, so that's why it's important to be in the Discord. We never miss days in the Discord. Information is in the description to join, and if you want to get into the Discord at a discounted price, we are offering a contest, where you comment where you're watching from, who you're betting on, and what you like about the show. At the end of the week, I go through all the comments. I pick one guy to come on in, and then you can join the family. Other than that, guys, I shall see you guys for the next round, which would probably be Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. That being said, we shall see. And we might be running a challenger video in terms of, we'll be running a challenge, a ladder challenge play with Washington and Los Cabos, and Herschel has picks for that coming all week, so keep your eyes peeled. That being said, Tennis Director Wheeler out, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
This is the tennis show you didn't know you needed. We decode the players, we expose what actually wins matches, and we do it in a way nobody else dares to do. If you want hype, if you want honesty, if you want the deepest tennis brain in the game, you're in the right place. Welcome.
Fuck your hoe, cause she like that, yeah.